In the following, we would like to give you a brief introduction to the world of the Thommen-Furler Group and all its facets. Even though we can look back on 100 years of corporate history today, we are concentrating mainly on the present and the future. The focus, and it has always been and still is today, is on the sustainable further development of our activities, with you as our customer, partner, employee, and interested party. This literally, according to the motto, FUTURA, shaping the future together. A few core elements shape our market presence. We act as a group with a common identity. There are 6 legally independent companies under the umbrella of the group. The operational activities are carried out at a total of 8 locations. But all 6 companies operate with a uniform and unique Chemcare business model. Chemcare stands for Supply, Assist and Recycle. Thommen-Furler successfully established the circular economy concept as a business model over 30 years ago and is considered a pioneer of today's widely proclaimed and demanded circular economy. Under Chemcare, we supply products and solutions in the areas of chemical and lubricant distribution, production and distribution of ethanol, environmental technology, as well as waste disposal and recycling. We have built up and expanded the Thommen-Furler Group in 4 phases. We started in 1990 with Thommen & Co. in Rüti by Büren and integrated Fritz Furler in 1993 and Citred in La Chaux-de-Fonds in 2005. Parallel to these acquisitions, the Chemcare model was given the necessary impetus. In a second step, Alco Suisse, with its 2 operating sites in Schachen and Delamont, was integrated in 2018. In a third step, the acquisition and integration of Spaltag and Alab, with their Urdorf site, and Recyplus, with its Delamont site, took place in 2019. The last step for the time being was the acquisition and integration of Ernest Surface, based in Delicon, in 2021. A characteristic of all integrations was that we were able to significantly expand our range of products and services. However, in all cases, the joint customer coverage was over 95%. Since its foundation in 1923, the Thommen-Furler Group has undergone radical change. Whereas at the beginning and for the following 60 years, the focus was on trading of petroleum products, today the Thommen-Furler Group is a specialized service provider for customers in the life sciences, chemicals, high-tech and mobility sectors. The driving force behind this change is our strongly promoted and practiced transformation culture. We constantly analyze our environment, the framework conditions and customer needs. From this, we derive goals, projects and action plans, and also implement them. Successful implementation does not depend solely on tools and methods, but requires a strong focus on the human factor in everyday business. We base our transformation process on an old adage: you have to leave old paths to find new ones. On its 100-year journey through time, the Thommen-Furler Group has made 7 important decisions. With the foundation in 1923 in Bern, the first stone was laid, and the activity as a regional mineral oil trader was started. With the establishment in Rüti by Büren in 1967, the mineral oil trade was expanded to include the trade in base chemicals. 1990 saw the initialization of the Chemcare concept and the simultaneous expansion of the range of services to include the disposal of hazardous waste. The sale of the mineral oil business in 2000 was a logical step. The focus on life sciences, chemicals, high-tech and mobility in 2006 was crucial for the further increase in profitability. The expansion of the range with chemical specialities in 2011 was our response to new customer needs. And finally, the initiation of external growth corresponds to the need of our clientele to receive as many products and services as possible from a single source. The results of the transformation process in the period from 1991 to 2022 are extremely gratifying. Sales increased by a factor of 5.4, the turnover by a factor of 7.5. gross profit by a factor of 9.1 and the operating result by a factor of 16.6. In 2022, the Thommen-Furler Group had a total of 13,000 customers and generated a turnover of 263 million Swiss francs with them. It is our 400 employees who have achieved this extraordinary performance in an environment characterized by supply chain problems and under the aggravation of the lingering corona epidemic. The 296,000 square meters of operational space at our disposal, the generous tank storage volume of 46,000 cubic meters, and the 170 means of transport used on road and rail have all contributed to our success. In 1990, we set ourselves a clear goal for the further development of the Thommen-Furler Group: sustainable and continuous qualitative and quantitative growth in a stagnating market. To achieve this goal, the following 6 strategy points were defined. First, the consistent application of the Chemcare business model: supply, assist, recycle. Secondly, the clear differentiation from competitors through value-added services. Thirdly, focusing on customer segments with growth potential. Fourth, horizontal integration in chemical distribution. Fifth, vertical integration in chemicals, environmental technology, and recycling. And finally, we have determined that ongoing structural adjustments must be made according to the guiding principle that the strategy determines the structure. The successful implementation of the strategy is based on a sustainable and intensive management of 8 defined success factors. 4 essential pillars guarantee the implementation of the Chemcare business model. These are our suppliers and partners, our infrastructures, the fully integrated logistics, and finally, the Chemcare customer services. We maintain a regular exchange of experience with our suppliers and partners. We seek and implement new solutions that generate additional added value for our partners, ourselves, and above all, our customers. We take care of our infrastructures, invest continuously in maintaining the value of the facilities, and expand these infrastructures on an ongoing basis. This is done with the aim of anticipating new customer requirements and new regulatory requirements. Fully integrated logistics to and from the customer is the driving force behind the Chemcare circular model. We rely on road and rail and make intensive efforts to reduce our CO2 footprint. We involve our customers with intelligent solutions. We advise you on-site and work with you to find solutions to increase efficiency, profitability, and environmental compatibility. The product and service portfolio is strictly oriented towards the 3 elements of the Chemcare business model. On the supply side, we traditionally offer our customers a full range of basic chemicals. In a first step, we have supplemented this assortment with an extensive range of lubricants and agents for surface treatment. And in a second step, we have added chemical specialities such as activated carbons, laboratory chemicals, and cleaning and hygiene agents for the food industry and the mobile sector. In the area of support, we provide products and services that make it easier for customers to handle chemicals and waste, and provide them with significant assistance in complying with legal requirements. On the recycling side, we offer customers comprehensive solutions for the environmentally sound disposal of industrial and hazardous waste. In addition, we support them in the processing of waste for reuse as a process material and the recovery of valuable materials. Our value-added services clearly differentiate us from our competitors. In addition to the analysis of chemical products, our analytical services also include a broad spectrum of procedures and methods for waste and contaminated site analysis. With the commissioning of the 3S transshipment facility and the container tank farm at the beginning of 2024, our logistics services will be significantly expanded. We are thus also laying the foundation for a further shift of transports from road to rail. Thanks to our OptiTank telemetry system, the Thommen-Furler Group now manages around 600 tanks online, including 150 in-house tanks and over 400 customer tanks. This enables us to ensure that these tanks can be filled or emptied at any time in accordance with customer requirements. We maintain intensive partnerships with our suppliers and customers and contribute to increasing the economic performance of the Swiss economy through our involvement in international, national and regional associations and federations. Over 400 suppliers, over 13,000 active customers, over 30,000 qualified contacts, over 30 memberships in associations and federations. We regularly exchange information with international, national, cantonal, regional and communal authorities and agencies, as well as other stakeholders, participate in consultations and working groups, and fulfill our responsibility to the public. Thommen-Furler Group has invested a total of 153 million Swiss francs in the period from 2006 to 2022. In the period 2023 to 2030, a further approximately 130 million francs is to be invested. We consider investments in land, buildings, facilities, vehicles, systems, processes and training as essential guarantees for securing the future. As part of the processing of investment projects and the subsequent realization, we challenge and promote our employees and thus also offer attractive jobs. These investments secure the future of our jobs and the jobs of our planning and realization partners. The Thommen-Furler Group has maintained an integrated management system for many years. Most group companies have certified quality environmental, food safety and occupational safety systems. Today, the integrated management system comprises a total of 2,140 documents, including handbook chapters, procedural and work instructions, forms and checklists, as well as calibration and testing instructions. Certain plants produce in accordance with the regulations of good manufacturing practice. We have set down our obligations in the context of the organization, and we record compliance with these obligations in annual accountability reports. These reports are verified by external independent certification bodies. In the areas of energy, social responsibility and environmental performance, audits are carried out by the Business Energy Agency, CSR EcoVadis, CDP Carbon Disclosure Project, and Responsible Care. The employees are the Thommen-Furler Group's greatest asset and represent a decisive success factor. Shared values and a common group-wide identity promote cohesion, mutual understanding, and the will to achieve challenging goals. The flat hierarchy, the spirit of a family business, our participative management style, modern working tools, targeted training and further education, as well as interesting employment conditions, act as additional catalysts. Personal initiative is not only demanded, but also encouraged and rewarded. Ultimately, the employees participate in the success of the Thommen-Furler Group. Our customers, as well as the Thommen-Furler Group, find themselves at a turning point in time that is characterized by supply chain problems, ever faster changes in the general conditions, the need for rapid decarbonization, and demographic and social changes. In order to be able to meet these challenges in the future, the division of labor in the supplier-customer relationship must be further optimized and strengthened through deeper cooperation and genuine partnerships. The Thommen-Furler Group supports this process through the use of Chemcare partner agreements, targeted investments in the rail strategy, important investments to reduce supply chain risks, in information and training, and in digitalization. The expansion of the Rüti rail facility, the construction of the 3S transshipment facility with a container warehouse, investments in the recovery of recyclable materials, the modernization of the waste disposal infrastructure, and the further expansion of photovoltaics and the emergency power supply are striking examples of the forward-looking and sustainable management of the Thommen-Furler Group. Therefore, we count on you. You can count on us.